Hey everyone, this is Robert coming at you again with actually the first Wondering with Dyslexia. I am here at Victor Ashe Park, which is located in North Knoxville. Sorry if it's a little windy. I'm testing out my mic for the first time and trying to let you guys have the best view possible. It is spring here in Knoxville. Let's see if I can get a better shot. Yeah, it's spring here in Knoxville, and we are again at Victor Ashe Park to check out some of the cool amenities that this park has to offer, and of course for me to talk at you for an undetermined amount of time. Hopefully these talks are like talking to an old friend. Hopefully you find them funny or you find them insightful. And of course we'll have some questions for the audience as well. So this is the Victor Ashe Rock. I don't know if you guys have ever seen it. This is the Victor Ashe Rock. You can climb on this rock, although I don't think it's officially endorsed. And this is actually what the park is named after, this rock, and this rock only. It's kind of a strange decision to name a park after a rock, but Knoxville is one of those places where you kind of just go with it, you know? Like, I'm here, I'm just gonna build something, put in a nice park. So I would walk across the grass today. Normally these are filled with soccer players. On a Saturday, I'm here on a Tuesday because I am unemployed at the moment. And I'm just kind of checking it out. Usually it gets really crowded here, especially in the spring as soccer starts up. They also have pickup, like flag football games, volleyball. I think we passed the volleyball court. I didn't mention it because I'm a noob. Yeah, all the fun stuff, really. A lot of trees here, a lot of like different types of trees, which is nice to see in a park. Knoxville is in a very diverse growing zone. I think we're in 7. This allows for lots of different kinds of trees that are a little bit cold hardy, because it does get cold, a little bit cold once or twice here in the winter. This last year it got down to, I think it got down to 16, maybe 10 degrees, but like that's pretty odd and not at all influenced by global warming. This appears to be a well-groomed crepe myrtle tree. I like trees. Don't ask why. Yeah, I guess, with no further ado, I can talk a little bit more. Oh yeah, we have like kids areas, little playground area, swings. There is a disability swing if you're curious about that. And then also there are some like, I've noticed from time to time when it's not super busy with soccer, there's also like quite a lot of festivals that go on here. A lot of birthday parties. You can rent this space for a birthday party, but I feel like no one is going to respect that. So if you show up and some other people show up and they're not registered, they're probably going to try to use it too. That happened at my son's birthday party at a different park in Knoxville, and we had a family of like 15 eating tacos with us under the rain shelter as it rained. It was a fun experience. They were super nice, by the way. There's also a dog park here. It's actually pretty big, but a lot of dog parks around here cater to larger dogs, so just prepare for that when you bring your dog. It's definitely definitely rough and rowdy sometimes. Smaller dogs. There's like a little smaller dog area, but it's like not the biggest. So, yeah. Pet Safe Park is another option for you if you look that up. I think it goes by a different name now. I don't know. But it's nice. It has a little pond and all within the dog park. Maybe we'll go there one day. I don't know. Randy Boyd owns Pet Safe. Or used to. I don't know. He goes to my church, but I've never spoken to the man. And also, I don't go to church very often anymore. What do you think? Gravel path or pond path? I think pond path for now. If I ever ask you guys a question, of course answer it in the comments. But if I'm asking you which direction, you can also answer in the comments. It's not going to change anything. It's more like the Dora the Explorer. Sort of like, where's the map? You know, swipe or no swiping. Maybe we'll do that with someone one day. Maybe if we encounter like a break-in or something, we can yell swipe or no swiping and maybe they'll go away and not shoot me. They probably would shoot me. Oh, there's an ice cream truck. Glad it's not around here. You might not be able to hear it. I have no idea. This is a new mic setup. This was the first time I'm actually using this camera for anything meaningful. I was actually going to go to Dollywood today, but my son decided to be a little sick today, not sure. So I kind of sensed that this morning, and I was like, okay, we'll send him to preschool anyway. But we won't. I won't actually go to Dollywood. But probably really soon you'll see me going to Dollywood. I'm going to try to catch the carpetbagger there. As a YouTube guy, he goes to like Dollywood like 4 or 5 times a year for the different festivals. So I'd love to catch him there because in some ways I'm aspiring to be the carpetbagger. You can definitely hear that now. Ice cream trucks need a different song besides just the one, in my opinion. Actually, I had an idea to start an ice cream truck that blared Creed, even if like it's like not royalty free, and we'd serve like affogatos and stuff. But people aren't very creative here. It's just the same confectionery stuff. Here's a little bit of the pond and one of the many disc golf things. Catchers? I think it says catcher, so I'm going to assume that. And I've never played disc golf. I'm sure it's fun. I'm not very coordinated. I was a wrestler in middle and high school, and so you don't need much coordination for that. Just pure strength and leverage and strategy and all that stuff. Really, I just acted on instincts most of the time. Craig and T-Bone, both from middle school wrestling. I have a lot of friends from middle school and high school. I don't know what that says about me. Probably not good things. But yeah, we do a lot of things, including go to Pigeon Forge in Gatlinburg for different roadside attractions, hitting up some of the outdoor walk, hitting up some of the tourist traps around there is really fun. They probably don't like being called tourist traps, but that's what it is. So if you like tourist traps, Pigeon Forge, you know. I'm probably a little biased because I grew up here. I don't know. The titular ice cream truck. Lieutenant Dan. Where are you, Lieutenant Dan? Ruining the audio. By the way, I'm not going to be editing these, at least at the beginning, because I don't know. I don't feel like it. I've done editing for a long time, and videography has been like kind of a side hustle for me over the years. Did a lot in college. I like it, but I don't know. I want to save it for something that I'm like really interested in editing, this kind of thing. I found people just like to put something on sometimes. Listen to, a community college dropout talk for a little bit. And yeah. To be fair, I did graduate from community college, Pellissippi. Looks like somebody out here playing golf or lurking. Interesting. Probably an older guy. I don't really want to talk to anyone right now. I'm gonna go straight down the middle of this field and frustrate everyone playing disc golf. So I'm partially doing this for exercise while I'm unemployed. I was previously a data scientist, data analyst, data engineer, all the data things. I don't particularly like data engineering, but I like analytics and design and stuff. It's very fun. It's fun, but sometimes, yeah, I won't say anything about my past employers. So I'm just gonna leave that there. I don't want to burn any bridges. I have no idea if anyone will ever watch this. I honestly, coming in with the expectation that no one will watch this, but with the caution that someone might. Oh, did they? They actually fixed that road. So this was a dirt path for a really long time. I used to come walking here with my mom. And this was a dirt path for a long time. You can see it down there. I don't know if it's that clear. Maybe I can zoom in. But yeah, it was a dirt path for a long time. Looks like they really have put a lot of money into this park to maintain it and not just to mow it. As you see, I'm walking through a pretty thick prairie area? Prairie? I don't know. Okay, so one of the things you have to learn about me is, one, I have dyslexia. I was not told this until I was much later in life, but I tested in the 5th grade and was diagnosed with dyslexia, but they still let me into the talented and gifted program for like a semester, right? Like my mom pushed them to, and one of the consequences of that was that I was diagnosed with a learning disability. But no one told me this, and and I'm not sure what the legality of that is, but no one told me this. And so I went through my whole like middle and high school career at like private schools, thinking that I was extremely dumb and not really meant to do much. But then I found video, and I really like learned that really well. I was sort of intuitive to me because I'd watched a lot of movies and TV growing up. And yeah, it was really cool. That kind of gave me some amount of confidence that I could do other things that required a lot of learning and patience. And then I graduated from community college and decided I'm going to go to a 4-year school. Went to a 4-year school for like psychology, communication, and then eventually got my master's in analytics. So honestly, if you have dyslexia, please, or like any disability, don't let that stop you. Even if you feel dumb at times, I'm what you would consider a late bloomer, and as I've heard people say, effort beats out talent every single time. And that may not be true for PhD programs, which I did not apply to, but that is definitely true from my experience. You gotta want it, man. You gotta want it. Beat that kid from, West Knoxville who, his parents pay for his whole college and pays for his condo and everything. Beat that kid by being poor and wanting it more. And then I also had some mental illness problems in college, because maybe I wanted it too much. And I'll cover those another day if we get there. I don't want to pass all these people while I'm talking. So another thing that you'll notice, and one of the things that stopped me from doing a YouTube channel for a long time, is that I don't talk well often. I've been told that I talk pretty convincingly in meetings, but I think it's more down to like, sometimes I forget words, which has gotten worse as I've gotten older. And sometimes I just say the wrong word. That's something that's pretty much remained the same my whole life. And not like, okay, this is a hard definition to learn or something. More like I conflate IKEA and Aldi together. McDonald's and Walmart. Things like that. It's just weird. It's like brands and I don't know. I mean, IKEA and Aldi, they both are international companies that, they have different products, but they're rock bottom prices. I don't know if that's the reason, if it's like the logos are kind of this, in my head, they're kind of similar. And then with McDonald's and Walmart, I don't know. McDonald's used to be in every Walmart when I was growing up. And then Super Size Me came out, and then they were like, oh, no, we can't associate with those people. So mostly they were all replaced by Subways. And Subway, not that it's the healthiest thing to eat, but is definitely better than McDonald's, depending on what you order, that's a big factor, because 12 cookies is worse for you than a Big Mac, probably. Depends on your age and health conditions, probably. I don't know. I'm not a nutritionist. You're not listening to me for nutritional advice. So this is one of the places that you can come play in the creek if your kids are old enough. If your kids are too young, would recommend like a life vest, just because you could play in here and have a life vest on as a 4 or 5-year-old and be just totally fine. And then there are places to walk through and stuff as we go along. It also depends kind of on how much it's rained. In the spring we get a lot of rain. I almost consider it like our rainy season. So it's pretty cool. So when I initially came up with the idea for these videos, I was thinking, okay, I don't want to talk at you guys for like a super long time, and I would just kind of let you guys enjoy nature. I think I still will do that. I didn't bring my tripod with me today, so I'm going to mostly focus on talking as like a first introductory video, and then in the future, depending on who watches it and what people like, I might talk for like a minute and then just let people fast forward or whatever to like a certain time. There's a hole in the fence right now. So the person who lives here keeps bears, and the big problem is that bears, although they can't climb fences, they do tear a hole in them. So yeah, I'd just be careful if you're here. A lot of these are actually horse pastures. I might have to put the camera down for a second so I don't skeeze people out. This person actually has, I don't know if it's planted by the Parks Department. Oh. Looks like I'm a little pointed down. I don't know how to recenter. Oh, so sometimes that pans and sometimes that zooms. I'm gonna have to learn to use this camera a little bit better. And I want to turn autofocus off for faces because that's like the opposite of what I want to do. I really like the tree lines here. especially during the spring. It's really nice. Sorry if that gives you vertigo. Currently trying to figure out how to turn the camera back around, so one moment. Sorry. I don't want to spin. I think I'm just in the wrong mode. Okay. We should be back to normal.